The story of my trip wouldn't be complete until I tell you about the two-legged horse wearing a cape. I just got back from a solo trip to Hong Kong and I wanted to tell you about my itinerary for the 3 days that I spent there and my reflections on the trip. On day 1, I took the ferry to Lantau Island and walked around some fancy malls. Manmo Temple. It's said to be the oldest temple in Hong Kong, and people go there for praying for success academically or settling disputes. I really enjoyed the atmosphere because this temple had tons of incense. Next, I took a bus to Victoria Peak. If there's one thing Hong Kong is famous for, it's the skyline. I sat on the second level of the bus to the peak, and the bus really felt like it was going to fall over the steep edge, but I had to trust the bus driver. When I got to the peak, I skipped the paid viewpoint and went for a slight hike for this nice view. I also waited for the sunset so that I could see the night view. There's a lot of shopping and hiking and places to walk around at the top, so it's a good way to kill time and wait for the sunset. Day 2 was a fight.
Humans versus the wind.
I went to Lin Monastery on Lantau Island, and everyone there was battling the extreme winds that day. But the giant Buddha there was really cool, and I saw a ton of nature that day. They have a cafe at the temple there, and the ginger tofu dessert was so good. I took the 360 gondola lift on the way back, which was very cool. It was 25 minutes of beautiful mountain scenery. Later I had dim sum at Dim Sum, and it's a good restaurant for tourists because the menu had a lot of different languages too. Then I went to check out a night market, but there were way too many people for me and it felt pretty touristy. Day 3 was my final day, and I was trying to eat all the food I could before I had to leave. It started out at Lin Monastery, where there's a Buddhist temple and a beautiful garden. Vegetarian restaurant is known to be really good there, so I went to try the vegetarian set meal. The restaurant was under a waterfall, and you could see the back of the waterfall from the window. By the way, does anyone know what fruit this is? This is cantaloupe and dragon fruit, but the other one tasted like an apple and cucumber, but I'm not sure what it's called. Then I continued my journey to try to eat everything I could before the day ended. I had milk tea with pineapple bread, milk tea with French toast, and milk tea with tapioca. By the end of the day, I was exhausted from walking around so much in the previous days and probably dehydrated because all I drank was milk tea and not enough water. But I did make it to the light show that they have every night at 8 p.m. and it was pretty cool. The story of my trip wouldn't be complete until I tell you about the two-legged horse wearing a cape. I'll let you see for yourself. So my key takeaways of the trip are: 1. Hong Kong is a good solo travel destination. It's easy to get around and keep yourself busy. 2. 3 days is not enough time to see the city and I definitely want to go back. 3. Hong Kong is actually one of the most densely populated areas of the world, so it was really cool to see how they fit 7 million people in such a small area. And 4. Spring is a great time to visit Hong Kong because the weather was pretty nice. Let me know if you have any questions about my trip, and please like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more videos like this.